Have you ever wondered why some people naturally draw others in, command attention in a room, and exude confidence without even trying? The truth is, personality and confidence are not innate traits reserved for a lucky few. They are skills that can be cultivated every single day. Welcome to this transformative journey, where in just a few minutes a day, you can unlock the most magnetic version of yourself. Today, we're diving into practical daily tips that will not only improve your personality, but also instill a lasting, unshakable confidence that will carry you through every challenge life throws your way. The first step to transforming your personality begins with self-awareness. Take a moment each morning to reflect on who you are, what you stand for, and the impression you want to leave on others. This small ritual, practiced consistently, sets the tone for your day and gives you the clarity to act with purpose and authenticity. Confidence grows when your actions align with your values, and people are naturally drawn to those who exude authenticity. Another powerful daily habit is to master the art of communication. Speak with intention, listen with empathy, and choose words that uplift rather than undermine. Remember, it's not just what you say, but how you make people feel when you speak. A confident communicator isn't loud or overpowering. They are engaging, present, and memorable. Developing a compelling personality also requires cultivating positive habits that shape your energy and presence. Exercise regularly, maintain good posture, dress in a way that makes you feel empowered, and smile. It may seem simple, but these subtle signals dramatically enhance how others perceive you. Pair these habits with continuous learning, read, explore new ideas, and expand your horizons. A curious mind not only adds depth to your personality, but also gives you stories and insights to share, making conversations more engaging and meaningful. But perhaps the most overlooked tip is to embrace challenges and failures as stepping stones. Confident individuals don't avoid discomfort. They lean into it, grow from it, and emerge stronger. When you start seeing each setback as an opportunity, your confidence becomes unshakable because it is rooted in experience, resilience, and self-trust. Daily affirmations and visualization exercises can further cement this mindset. Imagine the person you aspire to become. Feel the confidence radiating from within, and then act as if that person already exists. Small, deliberate actions taken consistently will compound into a personality that commands respect, admiration, and influence. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to move through life with a quiet confidence, as if they are completely in tune with themselves? That sense of self-assurance doesn't appear by accident. It starts with a single habit that can transform your life: mastering self-awareness. Self-awareness is the hidden engine behind every confident action, every magnetic personality trait, and every meaningful interaction you have. It's the difference between reacting to life and actively shaping your presence in the world. Imagine waking up every morning, knowing exactly who you are, what you stand for, and the impression you want to leave on others. That clarity alone can change the way you hold yourself, the way you speak, and the way people respond to you. Most people wander through their days on autopilot, unaware of how their thoughts, habits, and behaviors shape their reality. But those who take even a few intentional minutes to check in with themselves, to reflect, to observe, and to calibrate, gain a secret advantage, a quiet, unstoppable power that radiates confidence effortlessly. Start by observing your thoughts. You may not realize it, but your internal dialogue is constantly shaping your personality. Negative self-talk, doubt, and hesitation silently erode confidence. The moment you become aware of these thoughts, you take the first step in transforming them. Pause and ask yourself, what am I telling myself right now, and does it serve the person I want to be? This isn't just a mental exercise. It's a form of training your mind to operate at a higher level. Every thought you catch, every internal criticism you challenge, is a small victory that builds the foundation of self-assurance. And here's the hook: the more you practice, the easier it becomes to catch negative patterns before they influence your actions. Soon, confidence becomes second nature, not something you have to force or fake. Another essential element of self-awareness is understanding your strengths and weaknesses. Most people focus exclusively on their weaknesses, beating themselves up for what they lack. But the truth is, your strengths are the engine that drives your personality forward. Take a moment each day to reflect on what you excel at, what brings you joy, and what makes you feel alive. Then identify areas that need improvement, not to criticize yourself, but to grow intentionally. Here's the compelling part: when you focus on your strengths while addressing your gaps with purpose, you create a balanced, authentic personality. People are naturally drawn to authenticity because it signals security, stability, and reliability. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be aware, intentional, and committed to becoming the best version of yourself. Self-awareness also extends to your emotions. Understanding how your emotions influence your behavior is a game changer. When you recognize what triggers anxiety, frustration, or doubt, you gain the power to respond rather than react. Consider this: how often have you spoken too quickly, acted impulsively, or avoided opportunities because your emotions were running the show? By pausing to observe and understand your feelings, you create space to choose your actions deliberately. This is where true confidence emerges, not from pretending to be fearless, but from knowing yourself well enough to navigate challenges with composure. The hook here is irresistible. Every time you respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively, you strengthen not just your confidence, but also the trust and respect people have in you. Daily reflection is the tool that ties it all together. Just a few minutes each morning or evening can transform self-awareness into a superpower. Ask yourself questions like, what am I proud of today? What could I have done differently? How did my actions impact those around me? Journaling your reflections reinforces your insights and gives you a tangible record of your growth. Over time, you'll notice patterns, recognize progress, and uncover hidden strengths you never realized existed. The more intentional you become with these reflections, the more naturally confident and magnetic your personality will become. Here's the hook that makes this irresistible. You are essentially creating a personalized roadmap to your most powerful self, one reflection at a time. Physical presence is also shaped by self-awareness. When you are mindful of how you carry yourself, your posture, gestures, and facial expressions all convey confidence. A simple adjustment, standing taller, walking with purpose, making eye contact, can amplify the inner awareness you've cultivated. People respond not just to what you say, but to the energy you radiate. By connecting your inner self-awareness with your outward behavior, you create a seamless alignment that makes your personality unforgettable. And here's the clincher: every time you step into a room fully aware of yourself. Others instinctively notice, respect, and gravitate toward you. Self-awareness is not a one-time achievement. It's a continuous practice. It's the secret that allows you to tune into your thoughts, emotions, strengths, and habits every single day. By committing to this practice, you are effectively rewiring your mind to operate with confidence, purpose, and authenticity. The more you master self-awareness, the less you rely on external validation, the more naturally charismatic you become, and the more effortlessly you inspire trust in those around you. Every small step, every mindful observation, compounds into a powerful, magnetic personality that commands attention without ever demanding it. Have you ever noticed that the most memorable people you meet aren't necessarily the loudest or the most educated, but the ones who know how to make others feel understood and valued? That's the power of communication, and it's at the very heart of an engaging personality and unwavering confidence. Mastering communication is not just about speaking well. It's about connecting, influencing, and inspiring every person you encounter. Imagine walking into a room where people are naturally drawn to your words, hanging on every thought you share, not because you demand attention, but because your presence commands it effortlessly. That magnetic pull begins with learning to communicate with intention, clarity, and authenticity. The hook is simple yet profound. The way you express yourself can open doors, create opportunities, and elevate your confidence in ways nothing else can. The first step in building powerful communication skills is learning the art of listening. Most people are busy planning what to say next, nodding absent-mindedly, and missing the deeper messages others are conveying. True communicators listen not just with their ears, but with their eyes, their body, and their heart. Listening actively means noticing emotions, picking up subtle cues, and responding thoughtfully. Every time you give someone your full attention, you not only gain valuable insight, but also signal respect and empathy. And here's the hook. When people feel truly heard, they are naturally drawn to you, and your confidence grows because you are no longer speaking into a void. You are engaging in a meaningful exchange that empowers both parties. Next, focus on the clarity of your speech. Confident individuals express their thoughts in a way that is simple, precise, and compelling. Rambling, filler words, or unclear messages dilute your personality and make you appear uncertain. Instead, choose words carefully, speak with purpose, and pause when necessary to let your message land. There's a magnetic quality in deliberate communication. It conveys that you are in control, aware of your audience, and confident in your own ideas. Imagine the difference it makes when someone says, "I understood exactly what you meant," versus, "I think I got the gist." The power of clarity in communication cannot be overstated, and every effort you make to sharpen your speech amplifies your confidence exponentially. Tone and energy are equally critical. The words you choose carry weight, but how you deliver them shapes perception. Speak with warmth, conviction, and authenticity. Avoid monotone delivery or excessive aggression. Instead, aim for a voice that commands attention without overpowering others. Inflections, pacing, and volume are subtle tools that can transform ordinary words into a captivating message. Here's a hook that often surprises people. The same sentence can inspire, motivate, or repel, depending entirely on how it is delivered. By mastering tone, you create a magnetic presence that draws people to your personality naturally. Body language is inseparable from effective communication. People often believe words alone are enough, but research shows that a significant portion of communication is nonverbal. Confident communicators maintain open gestures, eye contact, and an upright posture. They mirror the energy of the person they are engaging with, creating a subconscious connection. A simple smile, a nod, or leaning slightly forward can make your interactions far more powerful. The subtlety of nonverbal cues is where many people fail, yet those who master it gain an invisible edge. The hook is undeniable. Your body speaks before your mouth does, and learning to align the two elevates your personality beyond mere words. Storytelling is another potent tool for building influence and confidence. Humans are wired to respond to stories. They evoke emotion, create relatability, and leave a lasting impression. Whether you are sharing an idea, a personal experience, or a lesson, framing it as a story captures attention and makes your message memorable. Imagine walking away from a conversation with someone remembering not just what you said, but how it made them feel. That is the hallmark of powerful communication. The hook here is irresistible. Stories turn ordinary interactions into extraordinary experiences, amplifying your personality and credibility. Finally, practice is the key to mastery. Confident communication is not innate. It is cultivated through repetition, reflection, and refinement. Record yourself, engage in conversations intentionally, seek feedback, and observe how others respond. Every dialogue becomes a training ground for your growth. Over time, your words become sharper, your listening deeper, and your presence more magnetic. And here's the compelling hook. Each conversation you approach with awareness and purpose becomes a stepping stone to a personality that commands respect and inspires admiration effortlessly. The more intentional you are in practicing communication, the more naturally confidence radiates, creating a cycle where your personality, influence, and self-assurance reinforce each other. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to exude effortless charm and presence, as if every step, gesture, and glance is perfectly aligned with who they are? The truth is, much of that magnetism comes from cultivating positive daily habits, tiny but powerful routines that shape the way the world perceives you and the way you feel about yourself. Personality and confidence are not built overnight. They are the cumulative result of consistent, intentional actions repeated day after day. Imagine starting each day with small rituals that strengthen your body, mind, and energy, allowing you to walk into any situation fully prepared to leave a lasting impression. The hook here is simple. The most magnetic people aren't born that way. They craft it deliberately, one habit at a time, and you can do the same. Your physical presence plays a larger role in your personality than most people realize. Simple habits like standing tall, maintaining good posture, and walking with purpose can completely alter how others perceive you. When you take up space confidently, people immediately sense it and respond accordingly. A straight back, relaxed shoulders, and deliberate movements communicate self-assurance without a single word being spoken. Pair these physical cues with a genuine smile, and you have a silent yet powerful magnetism that draws people in. Here's the hook. Even before you speak, your body is telling a story about who you are. The more intentional you are with these physical habits, the more naturally confident and approachable you become. Daily grooming and dressing intentionally are often overlooked yet essential habits. When you present yourself neatly and in a way that aligns with your personality. You signal to the world that you value yourself and respect those around you. Confidence is contagious, and the way you carry yourself visually reinforces every word, action, and thought. People notice details subconsciously, and small improvements in your appearance can drastically elevate how you feel internally and externally. The hook is compelling. Your outward habits directly influence your inner state of mind. When you look good, you feel good. And feeling good is the foundation for projecting a magnetic personality. Exercise and physical activity are also critical habits that impact personality and confidence. When you move your body, you release energy, reduce stress, and sharpen your mental clarity. Regular movement improves posture, stamina, and presence, all of which enhance your ability to command attention in any setting. Beyond aesthetics, exercise builds discipline and resilience, traits that naturally enhance confidence. Imagine walking into a room feeling strong, energized, and grounded. The way you hold yourself communicates authority and assurance. The hook is undeniable. Your physical habits don't just affect your health. They shape the very aura you radiate, making you feel unstoppable and magnetic. Another transformative daily habit is reading and learning continuously. A curious mind is an attractive mind. Knowledge enriches conversations, equips you with insights, and allows you to connect with a wide range of people on multiple levels. By dedicating time each day to reading, listening to podcasts, or exploring new ideas, you expand your horizons and fuel your confidence. The hook is powerful. People are drawn to those who can converse intelligently, who are informed and insightful. Continuous learning transforms your personality by giving depth to your character and providing endless ways to engage meaningfully with others. Mindfulness and reflection are equally vital. Taking a few minutes each day to assess your actions, thoughts, and goals sharpens self-awareness and strengthens your confidence. By observing your habits, identifying what serves you, and adjusting what doesn't, you take control of your personal growth. Mindfulness cultivates calmness and clarity, allowing you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively in social situations. The hook here is magnetic. The more present and aware you are, the more natural your charm and confidence become, and people instinctively gravitate toward that energy. Small, intentional acts of kindness and gratitude are also powerful daily habits. When you acknowledge others, offer genuine compliments, and maintain a positive outlook, you create a personality that radiates warmth and approachability. Confidence is amplified when it is paired with empathy and generosity, as these traits make you memorable and respected. The subtle hook is profound. People may forget what you said, but they never forget how you made them feel. Habits that elevate others simultaneously elevate your own presence, creating a feedback loop of confidence and magnetic influence. Finally, consistency is the secret ingredient that turns these habits into lasting personality traits. Confidence is not a single act, it is the result of deliberate actions performed daily. By integrating these small but powerful practices into your routine, you transform your energy, enhance your presence, and cultivate a personality that draws respect, admiration, and trust. The hook is irresistible. Every positive habit you commit to compounds over time, gradually shaping a persona that is compelling, confident, and unforgettable. When your habits are intentional, your personality becomes a reflection of your discipline, awareness, and inner strength, leaving a lasting impact wherever you go. Have you ever noticed how some people face life's toughest challenges with calm, unwavering confidence, while others crumble under the slightest pressure? The difference is not luck or innate talent. It's the ability to embrace challenges and failures as opportunities for growth. Every setback, every moment of discomfort, and every failure carries within it a hidden lesson that, when recognized and applied, becomes a building block for a stronger, more magnetic personality. Imagine approaching life with the mindset that obstacles are not threats, but stepping stones, and that every challenge is a chance to grow in resilience, skill, and confidence. The hook is simple but powerful. The more you learn to lean into discomfort, the more unshakable your confidence becomes, and the more your personality shines with authenticity and strength. Challenges often trigger fear, doubt, and hesitation, which can cripple action if left unchecked. But when you reframe these moments as opportunities, you shift your perspective entirely. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you begin to ask, "What can I learn from this, and how can I grow?" This subtle shift in thinking transforms fear into fuel and uncertainty into clarity. Every person who exudes real confidence has learned to dance with discomfort, to move forward despite anxiety, and to see failure not as the end, but as a necessary step toward mastery. The hook here is magnetic. When you stop fearing challenges, you stop fearing yourself, and confidence flows naturally because it is rooted in experience, not wishful thinking. Resilience is the secret ingredient in turning failures into confidence. Life will inevitably test you, whether in personal relationships, career pursuits, or self-improvement goals. Those who embrace challenges understand that resilience is built by persistence, reflection, and adaptation. When you face a setback and choose to analyze it, extract the lesson, and act again with renewed determination, you create a compounding effect that strengthens your confidence daily. Every challenge overcome becomes evidence that you are capable, competent, and capable of thriving under pressure. Here's the hook that sticks. People respect and are drawn to those who don't give up, not because they are fearless, but because they are resilient, and resilience is one of the most magnetic traits a personality can possess. Learning to embrace failure also requires removing the stigma we often attach to it. Society conditions us to see failure as shameful, but in reality, it is an inevitable part of growth. Every successful individual has a history of mistakes, missteps, and lessons learned the hard way. The key difference is their mindset. They view failure as a mirror, reflecting what needs improvement, not as a judgment on their worth. When you adopt this perspective, you liberate yourself from self-doubt and open the door to fearless action. The hook is simple yet profound. The moment you stop fearing failure, you unlock the freedom to take bold steps, make confident decisions, and develop a personality that naturally inspires trust and admiration. Every challenge you face also strengthens emotional intelligence, which is vital for confidence and personal magnetism. When you experience difficulty, frustration, or disappointment, you learn to manage your emotions, regulate your reactions, and communicate more effectively. This emotional mastery becomes a silent but powerful form of influence. People naturally gravitate toward those who remain composed under pressure, who can navigate complex situations without panic, and who demonstrate strength without arrogance. The hook is irresistible. Your calm in the face of adversity not only boosts your confidence, but also amplifies your personality, making you memorable and respected in every environment. Taking calculated risks is another way to embrace challenges effectively. Confidence is not built by staying in your comfort zone. It is cultivated by stepping into the unknown, testing your limits, and proving to yourself that you are capable of more than you imagined. Each risk you take, whether small or significant, expands your horizon and stretches the boundaries of your personality. Imagine the transformation that occurs when you consistently challenge yourself to try new experiences, speak up, or pursue opportunities that intimidate you. The hook here is compelling courage grows through action, and every courageous step strengthens your confidence, leaving a lasting impact on those around you. Finally, reflection turns challenges and failures into powerful teachers. After each difficult situation, pause to ask, what did I learn? How did I respond? What can I do differently next time? This practice converts every setback into a structured growth experience. Over time, you accumulate a wealth of insights, skills, and resilience that become an integral part of your personality. The magnetic hook is clear. The more consciously you learn from challenges, the more authentic, confident, and compelling your presence becomes. Confidence that comes from real experience and hard-earned lessons cannot be faked, and it naturally draws respect, admiration, and influence in every area of life. Have you ever noticed that the most confident people seem to carry an invisible force with them, a sense of certainty and presence that draws others in effortlessly? One of the most powerful ways to cultivate this confidence is through the daily practice of visualization and affirmations. These are not just feel-good exercises. They are tools that train your mind, shape your reality, and reinforce the personality you aspire to become. Imagine starting each day by seeing the confident, charismatic version of yourself vividly in your mind's eye, feeling that energy radiate through every action, every word, and every interaction. The hook is immediacy. When your mind believes in your potential, your behavior follows naturally, creating a personality that is magnetic, authentic, and compelling. Visualization is a secret weapon used by elite performers, world-class leaders, and influential personalities across every field. By picturing yourself succeeding, handling challenges with poise, and interacting confidently with others, you program your subconscious to respond accordingly. Your brain does not distinguish between what you vividly imagine and what you actually experience, so repeated visualization trains your mind to perform with the same confidence as if you were already living it. Think about it. If you rehearse feeling calm, assertive, and engaging every day, when the real moment arrives, your body and mind respond automatically. The hook here is magnetic. By practicing visualization, you are essentially creating a blueprint for success that your subconscious mind cannot ignore. Affirmations work hand in hand with visualization. When you speak empowering statements about yourself out loud, you reinforce belief in your abilities and worth. Simple phrases like, "I am confident, capable, and magnetic," or "I handle challenges with poise and strength," may feel small, but repeated consistently, they rewire your neural pathways and change the way you perceive yourself. The most powerful affirmations are those that feel believable, yet slightly aspirational. Statements that stretch your perception of what is possible. Here's the hook: when your thoughts and words align with the confident image you visualize, you create an internal feedback loop that naturally elevates your personality and amplifies your influence on others. Combining visualization and affirmations with emotion takes the practice to an entirely new level. Your brain responds most strongly when experiences are paired with genuine feelings. When you visualize yourself walking into a room with authority, imagine the pride, calmness, and energy surging through you. When you repeat affirmations, speak them with conviction, feeling the truth of each word resonate within you. The hook is irresistible. The emotional energy you attach to these exercises transforms them from mental rehearsal into lived experience, making your confidence and charisma feel authentic to everyone around you. Visualization also allows you to practice handling challenging situations before they happen. Picture yourself giving a speech, navigating a difficult conversation, or stepping into an intimidating social setting. See yourself responding calmly, articulately, and confidently. Anticipating obstacles and mentally rehearsing your responses reduces fear and builds real-world resilience. Every challenge you envision and overcome in your mind strengthens your confidence in reality. The hook here is simple but profound. Preparation through mental rehearsal makes the impossible feel manageable, and when you act in the real world, your personality radiates ease, control, and magnetism. Another often overlooked aspect is aligning your visualizations with your core values and long-term goals. It's not just about imagining any confident version of yourself. It's about the version that reflects your true purpose, strengths, and aspirations. When your visualization is authentic and aligned, every action you take becomes intentional, every interaction meaningful, and your personality resonates with integrity. People are naturally drawn to authenticity because it signals self-trust and clarity. The hook is powerful. When your inner image aligns with your values, your confidence doesn't just appear, it radiates, leaving a lasting impression on everyone you meet. Finally, consistency is the key to harnessing the full power of visualization and affirmations. Just as a muscle strengthens with repeated exercise, your confidence grows with daily practice. A few minutes every morning or evening is enough to start creating deep neurological changes, but the effects compound over time. Each session strengthens belief in your abilities, reinforces positive self-perception, and gradually transforms your personality into one that is naturally charismatic, magnetic, and unshakable. The hook is undeniable. With consistent visualization and affirmations, confidence becomes less about effort and more about your natural state of being, influencing every aspect of your life and the people you encounter. Have you ever noticed that the most magnetic and confident people you meet never stop learning, evolving, or pushing themselves beyond their comfort zones? The secret behind their personality is a relentless commitment to continuous growth. Personal development is not a destination, it is a journey that requires curiosity, courage, and consistent effort. Every day presents an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more compelling, and the people who seize these opportunities naturally radiate confidence and charisma. Imagine waking up with the mindset that every interaction, every challenge, and every decision is a chance to grow, to refine yourself, and to elevate your presence in the world. The hook here is powerful. Growth is the engine behind magnetic personalities, and the more you invest in yourself, the more your confidence becomes unstoppable. Continuous growth begins with curiosity. Curiosity drives exploration, learning, and discovery, and it keeps your mind sharp and engaged. The moment you embrace a mindset of curiosity, you transform ordinary experiences into lessons and opportunities. Every conversation becomes a chance to learn something new, every book a gateway to fresh ideas, and every challenge a puzzle to solve. People who are genuinely curious exude energy and enthusiasm that others find contagious. The hook is compelling. A curious mind not only expands your knowledge, but also deepens your personality, making interactions with you more engaging and memorable. Taking action is the next critical component of growth. Knowledge alone does not build confidence. It is the application of that knowledge that transforms personality. Every skill you practice, every habit you refine, and every risk you take compounds into greater self-assurance. Think about it. Each time you step outside your comfort zone, speak up, or pursue a goal despite fear, you reinforce the belief in your own capabilities. Action turns potential into reality and transforms abstract confidence into tangible presence. The hook here is irresistible. Growth without action is like fuel sitting in a tank. It has power only when ignited, and each deliberate action you take fuels your personality with undeniable magnetism. Learning from others is another essential element of continuous growth. Seek mentors, observe role models, and engage with individuals who inspire you. By studying their habits, attitudes, and strategies, you gain insights that accelerate your own development. The most confident people are often those who have learned from the experiences and wisdom of others, blending these lessons with their own unique style. The hook is subtle yet powerful. The faster you learn from others, the quicker your personality evolves, and the more naturally confidence flows. Because you are standing on the shoulders of those who have walked the path before you. Reflection is the bridge between experience and growth. Taking time each day to review your actions, decisions, and interactions allows you to identify what worked, what didn't, and how you can improve. Reflection strengthens self-awareness and provides a roadmap for intentional growth. When you pause to analyze your behavior, adjust your habits, and refine your approach, you ensure that every experience contributes to your evolution. The hook is magnetic. Reflection turns ordinary mistakes into lessons, ordinary successes into benchmarks, and ordinary days into stepping stones toward a more compelling personality. Another cornerstone of continuous growth is embracing challenges and discomfort as opportunities for development. Growth rarely occurs in comfort. It thrives in the tension of new experiences, demanding goals, and unexpected obstacles. Each challenge you face is a chance to test your skills, expand your limits, and strengthen your resilience. People who embrace this mindset naturally exude confidence because they have proven to themselves repeatedly that they can adapt, overcome, and thrive. The hook is powerful. By welcoming discomfort instead of avoiding it, you accelerate your growth and cultivate a personality that radiates strength, composure, and magnetism. Consistency is the final, crucial element. Continuous growth is not a sporadic effort. It is the accumulation of small, deliberate actions taken day after day. Reading, learning, practicing skills, seeking feedback, reflecting, and stepping into challenges must become habitual to produce lasting results. The magnetic hook here is undeniable. Every consistent effort compounds, creating a personality that is not only confident and dynamic, but also authentic and inspiring. Over time, this dedication to growth shapes your energy, your presence, and the way the world perceives you, leaving a lasting impression in every room you enter. Finally, growth feeds confidence in a unique and powerful way. As you learn, practice, and evolve, your belief in your capabilities deepens, and your self-trust becomes unshakable. Confidence is no longer a fragile performance. It becomes an effortless state of being because it is rooted in continuous improvement and real-world competence. The hook is compelling. When you commit to growth every single day, your personality becomes a living testament to your discipline, curiosity, and courage, naturally drawing admiration, respect, and influence in every aspect of life. Finally, remember that improving your personality and confidence is not a destination. It's a daily journey. Each interaction, habit, and choice you make either strengthens or weakens your personal brand. By committing to small, intentional steps every day, you create a life where confidence flows naturally, charisma becomes effortless, and your personality shines brighter than ever before. Take a deep breath, look in the mirror, and commit to being the person who turns heads, inspires others, and leaves a lasting impression. Not tomorrow, not next week, but starting today. Because the truth is, your most confident, magnetic self is waiting for you, and the journey begins with just one daily step.